We are back. Welcome back to the 24 Handicap to Scratch podcast. I'm your host, Jojo, and also the brother of Jacob, who is the man trying to get from 24 Handicap to Scratch in just 1 year with a new baby, which is hence why he's got massive bags under his eyes.
Oh, thanks, mate.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm tired as hell. Like, I haven't slept in 9 months. Last night, I was every 30 minutes, like, walking around the house with the baby because my wife, Christina, has gone. She started working again now, which is up to the difficulty of this. So she goes into the office today, so it's my turn to basically keep the thing alive through the night. So,
Oh, that sounds fun, man. Do you know what you should
yeah.
try and do while you're raising this baby? You should try and get to scratch and play golf every day.
Yeah. It sounds like it would be a pretty fun thing to do. Pretty easy.
Pretty easy. How is the handicap looking? Give everyone who may not be watching the videos a little update on the handicap situation.
So we're in a bit of a rut right now. We've had the same handicap for like 3 weeks. It's currently 15.8, which it's not where we want to be at this point in the challenge. We're just about halfway through. We're just over halfway through, to be fair. So I wanted to be a little bit further down than this, but we're hoping that the training and the advancement sort of compound. So the further I get down, the faster I get down. Obviously, when I get to like low digits, it's going to be hard. But yeah, I had a lesson last week, and Alan, my coach, is basically saying that I'm at that point now. It's like handicaps at this stage, they usually drop in like fives almost because you sort of like unlock the skills to go lower. So he's like, I think you're on the verge of getting down to a 10 handicap sometime soon. I just need to piece some pieces together. And I think that for me is definitely the mental game right now. Because I've
Mm.
got some like great swing. I've got like this beautiful little baby fade. Um, and I'm having, throughout rounds, I'm having some fantastic textbook holes. It's just that on other holes, I get like, I shoot a 10.
Yeah, I mean that's fair enough. I I think once you get those blow up holes off your scorecard for good, like the
Mm.
worst like a blow up hole needs to become a double bogey, doesn't it? And then you're like, right, or like a triple max, but like one of those around, and then
Yeah,
the rest
this
is
is
fine.
this is why as well. So like, if you've seen like, because I post long videos as well. We do like full 18 rounds and quite a lot of long videos. A lot of them are shooting in like the mid to low 90s. A lot of people comment like, how are you a 15.8 handicap when when these scores would be like an 18 handicap or whatever? Well, the answer to that question is that the as far as my knowledge, we just we just hand the scorecards in and the handicap gets calculated. But I think it's off of Stableford, right? So
Yeah.
the problem is I have good Stableford rounds most of the time because it will just be mostly bogeys or pars. But the thing is, especially at the course where I'm at now, I'll have two holes where I get a 10 and it might be a par four. So I'll go 12 over in two holes, which obviously just wipes the score for the day, stroke play wise, like it's out of the window. But then Stableford wise, I'm picking up 3+ points on every single hole, basically accounting for the handicap as well. And I end really well. It's like I had a competition at the weekend. Um, I shot 102 overall, which is a horrific score for where I am
Yikes.
now, right? But I scored 35 Stableford points with my handicap. So it's like I basically played to the handicap, but like to the stroke play I didn't, if you get me.
Yeah.
And it's just so where my game's at right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if any other app does this, but I've been using my EG England Golf Zap to calculate my handicap. Well, I just did my first round again after a while not using it because I wanted an official handicap. And like you get, I played well, but I got couple nines. Like I literally was. I like you. I mean, you sound like broken records here. I literally went like par par par, bogey 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 bogey, and then 9, and then bogey 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 9. And I was like, oh, that ruins the scorecard. But that was just because I'd been an idiot. But on England Golf, it says so. I shot 94, but I've actually shot 91 because the max there's a max score you can have on those holes for your hand based on your handicap. It's like a double bogey of your handicap. So if you got one
Okay.
shot on that hole, you could only actually shoot a triple. In England Golf, it would only count that as a triple.
Yeah.
And that's how it like would go off that. So like it doesn't disregard the blow up holes completely. It just caps them at a double of the shots that you'd have. So like yeah, if you had 2 shots on that hole, like and it was a par 4, your max score you could get on it was an 8 instead of like anything else. But yeah, I think you're close. I think the thing you need is probably rest. And
Yeah.
like it's so like for you, you're going every single day, you're doing this, doing that, and if you look at an athlete like Rory McIlroy kind of thing, like he's chilling like a lot of the time, you know, he's doing his daily routines and stuff, but he's having days off. You know, what did you do yesterday, Rory? Well, I watched Zootropolis with Poppy. You know, that's what he's saying. Like, he's like,
Yeah.
oh, I hit some putts. I watched Zootropolis. Like, you need some rest, I think, and then because as well, it's a mental thing. Like when you've been playing loads, you've had a few lessons, you're kind of on the course thinking like, oh, this is what I need to do. I need to do this. I need to, you know, stand up. I need to kind of release the club, blah, 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 blah. When you have a couple of days off, week off, 2 weeks off from golf, you kind of just like, you just stand up to tee it, the ball and hit it. And you're like, oh, that went good.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed about the whole being tired thing and exhausted is that I'm so quick to frustration when I'm tired. So the more tired I am, the quicker to frustration I am.
Mm.
And then it just like kind of spirals from there. I was speaking to my mental golf coach from Mental Golf Type yesterday actually, and he's got something to like for me to try, which is that basically as you're going around around the golf course, ignore the actual score. And my new score is based on the number of shots that I do, not the outcome of the shots, but the shots that I complete my full routine and fully commit to the shot.
Mm.
So the number of shots where I fully do the full routine, but it's basically actually where I plan the shot accordingly. So what you have to do is come up with two options for the shot. You should never just come up with one. You go up with 2 options because it forces you to think, I could go there or I could go there. If I go there, this is going to happen. If I go there, that's going to happen, right? And then you make your decision. So it's like, right, I'm going to go with option B or option A. Then there's the pre-shot routine. So for me, it's just a small breathing exercise. It's lining up with the club and then stepping up to the ball. And then the third thing is committing to the shot, like actually just committing to the shot. And basically what you do is if you do all those 3 things, you score a point, right? So let's just say you take 90 shots over the round. You have 90 opportunities to score a point. So your score would be something out of 90. And he basically said to me, he's like, what I think your score right now is based on like our conversation today, I think it's like 15, 20. And he's like, if you want to be, and this is all basically data backed, and they use it with like the big players, like the biggest players in the world on the PGA Tour. And he's like, tour players will have an average of 90%. So it's not like the best players stick to this 100%. They will get like frustrated and they'll make a few like quick, hasty shots. But to win a tour event, it's 95% plus.
Mm.
And so just being able to like be aware of this should increase the number of shots that I'm taking where I'm, fully composed and committed to the shot. And that should start to bring the score down a little bit. and just focusing on this. So I think it's a nice little interesting thing to focus on, to be fair, rather than the actual score, because then you can't get like you you can't get mad at the outcome if you're of the game if you're accounting for a different like scoring system. And if I just focus on the scoring system, I'm basically training the mental side of golf, because you'll see me, and this is why I noticed that I'm really quick to frustration nowadays, because I'm exhausted. I've just finished that video where I did 1,000 chips a day, and that is just it's ridiculous doing challenges like that. Like, I'm actually going to stop doing challenges like that during this challenge of the year, because it's like 6 hours or something stupid a day of hitting golf balls. And like, it did improve. Like, if you go on what, like, the video's live on YouTube now, I'm sure we can link it in this video, but it did improve my chipping, sorry, massively, because it was a big problem for me. Chipping's great again now. It's really on form. But what it did for me is like just completely ruined the long game. And part of the reason why we're having this conversation now is because somebody on that video made a really valid comment. And they were like, the chipping didn't ruin your long game, because I was complaining about it in the video, because I was like, oh, maybe it's because my wrists aren't moving now, because with chips you don't move your wrist as much, and blah 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 blah. And he's like, it hasn't changed your long game at all. What it's done, as I can see it, is it's exhausted you. You are exhausted. Like, you can see it in the videos, the energy that I'm putting into the daily videos, like everything's like dropped and slowed down, because I'm just like, I'm just, I'm just gone, mate. Like, it's such a difficult challenge to undertake. And I think, if you if you quit your job and didn't have a family, it would still be hard. But then, like, trying to raise a baby and work full time, and the work in the full time is the hardest bit, because now, right, I'm more busy than ever at work, just because I also work in the field of marketing, right? And then there's the golf channel. So now, as the golf channel's growing, like, our subscribers and view counts on the long videos on YouTube is going up like rapidly, and so that attracts attention. So now we're speaking to sponsors, we're speaking to other businesses, we're having to run the channel like a business. I'm not just posting videos anymore. There's basically stakes to all this now, because there's money involved. And so it's like there's this new business generated, so that I'm working 2 jobs and trying to get scratch and raising the baby. It's just
God, take a
mental,
week
man.
off, man. Christ.
I feel like I just come
Oh,
on this podcast event, to be fair,
I
but
know. This is not fun.
yeah, yeah. But I think the lessons to take from it, though, is like, I genuinely don't think I need a week off. I think I need to like rest, obviously, a bit more. Like 2, 3 good night sleeps would probably sort me out. But this, to anybody, like, I personally don't think like stress and a bit of fatigue comes from be like comes from like working loads. I think it comes from sort of working on stuff that you don't want to be working on, and getting to the end of the day and feeling like you have a million tasks left on your to-do list. And so I hate that feeling, and it stresses me out. And so when I'm in bed at night, I'm always thinking, oh, I should have done this, I could have done that, I didn't get this done later, this and get this done today. And so there's 2 things that you can do: is one, make more realistic plans throughout the day, and 2, optimization of your time. And so where I'm getting tired and fatigued, my time optimization is starting to slip. Yeah, I think like your screen time goes up, you're making poorer decisions, flicking from task to task starts to take like a tremendous amount of time, breaks in concentration creep in. And so I think this applies on and off the course.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. I still think a week would do you good with some good sleep. But
Yeah, sleep's
well,
not an option
you
though.
know,
That's the horrible
yeah,
bit.
true, true. Anyway, more interesting stuff. More than you go on a little rant is I saw something interesting the other day on Ronnie from the Four Brothers. He put up a video on his channel. Because he does like a break it, trying to get to level par or like series on his channel, and I think everyone had seen it. I like their videos because they're competitive, like it's competitive vibes. I like that. So I was quite big for brothers, especially at the majors and stuff. But you could see that his swing was just so over the top and dreadful and getting worse. And he went for a lesson, but what I found in this lesson, which was intriguing, and I hence have seen in a different video, like 2 days later as well, the same thing that I'm going to talk about is TPI screening. And it's intriguing, right? So
TPI,
yeah, so the golf
turbo
coach,
petrol injection.
yeah, yeah. The golf coach was getting him to do all these like exercises, right? And it's about finding the limitations of your body so that then they can go, we are not trying to teach you something that you are not physically capable of doing yet. And then you can give that report to a personal trainer and be like, these are the things I need to work on. So it's about like hip rotation and like your flexibility and like your back arch and stuff like this. That then adds up to like, instead of just going, right, try and swing more from the inside, it's like, what are the physical limitations, which means you're swinging out to win? And it's well intriguing. And I really want to go and get a TPI screening now.
Mate, that
Like that.
sounds awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. And then just like, yeah. And then it's just a good excuse.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I
Can't do
hit
it.
10 on that
TPI
hole.
says no. Yeah.
If I hit 10 on that hole because my mid rotation's a bit dodgy, the TPI. So, yeah, I have none. But I think that would make a good video for you because they give you like a body handicap. So like, what is the current state of your body? Like all these like they do like 10, 15 different like kind of like movements for you to do, and then they grade you on each one. And then that will produce like a handicap at the end of it. And I think for you, 36 handicap.
Is that the max and the TPI, is it?
I think so, yeah. But it's intriguing because he was saying, I think the guy was saying like he's had like really good players come in and get like quite high body handicaps. And this other channel I watched, he's an Irish guy. I can't remember his channel name, but he's a +2 handicap. And when I watch him, I always think, oh, that's a lovely swing, stuff like that. And he's just like any other golfer. Like you sometimes I think it's just like us, like kind of like mid to high handicappers who are like, oh, this is wrong with my swing, blah, blah, blah. But he's gone in as a +2 handicap and gone, my swing's terrible. Like, this is wrong, this is wrong. And then they do this TPI screening, and the guy's like, yeah, you've got a body golf handicap of 20. And he's a +2 handicap. So, like, he must be doing something magical with his hands or something to get good
Yeah,
contact
I'm
on the
sure
ball
that's a
every
case
time.
of like you just dealing the hand you've been dealt, or like playing with the hand you've been dealt. Like he works like if what happens if you get him down to like a 9 handicap relatively quickly, and now he's all of a sudden way more flexible, and now he can't hit the ball because he's not
Yeah,
used
yeah.
to that amount of rotation.
Yeah, it's a good point. It's like you got to learn how to hit the ball again from that position.
Yeah.
It's like
So when you play
from
with the granddads, man, like there's some granddads at the course with like, I don't know, 7 handicap. They hit the ball like 120 yards. And like they have no rotation. They just, obviously because they're old, they just like do this weird thing with the club like that. And it like they just dink it in a dead straight line 120 yards. They
yeah,
basically drive her off the deck the next shot as well and just dink it another 120 yards and then they up and down. It's just mental.
yeah. I often think that might be the way because like if I reckon if I took like if I made my putter like a bit bigger and just took putter off every hole and rolled it up 100 yards,
Oh,
I'd probably be like a 4 handicap.
no, mate, honestly, like two weeks ago, when I was in the middle of that 1,000 chips challenge, and my long game had just gone, like completely gone. I was like, I started a tournament I was in. I was like, for triple bogey, triple bogey, triple bogey, and I was like, I can't. This is embarrassing. Like, I was I was literally, I think I told you before, I went up to the range, and as I was practicing on the range, the balls were just coming out at a complete right
Yeah,
angle. I had to
yeah.
stop training because I almost killed the guys next to me. And I got down there, same things happened on the course. And then so what I had to do for the round, right? I got this like 4 hybrid where I just like do this like 9 o'clock swing. Well, it's like a semi trip where I just drop it, right? And the ball just goes in a dead straight line. It goes about 130 yards, almost along the floor. And I just basically 60% of the shots I took were that. So I was just like,
It's just
ding,
like so
ding,
embarrassing.
ding. Yeah, but if I didn't do, yeah, but I was just so scared that I was going to end with like 140 score. I was like, nah. And I was like, I was getting, oh my God.
Sorry.
I was getting like, I basically bogeyed all the holes that I was doing that on. And then I'd get like a bit of confidence back and be like, right, now I try a new shot now. Sliced it or shanked it straight into the woods, going again. So, I mean, there is like, you can just play ultra safe golf, but I think like that video that I uploaded the Sidekick golf video, right, where I tried to break 90 using Sidekick's golf's challenge. And that video, like, that's amazing for me because all the comments in there are just essentially like, you're way too good to be trying this.
Yeah.
But it's like a weird thing because like when I wasn't trying that, I was scoring higher. But when I was like playing that round, and someone mentioned in the comments as well, they're like, this is the freest I've ever seen you play. And I think it's because you've got like a script, like a dead set rules to follow, that there's basically a piece of paper telling you what to do on every shot. So you're not thinking, you're just playing. And so I was
Mm.
playing so free. And I was like, in the first, or for most of that, I was like striping the drive and I was just hitting the drive like so relaxed, like not putting any effort into it. Drive was just finding a fairway the whole time. Um, and so like that playing safe, it gave me a good score, but then it can only get you so far because it's essentially designed to get you to bogey every hole.
Yeah.
And then you get lucky and par a few if you get like a really good putt. So it's like now I'm at that point where it's like you can play safe golf like that, like those guides online. But if you want to get down to scratch, like I have to be taking some aggressive shots. Like you have to
Yeah.
be at some point. I'm gonna need to be 170 yards out, and I'm gonna have to go for the green.
It's just a thought though. You should just modify that, have that list of rules, but the modification you need to make is something like, to start with, or anyway, is like, if I am under 140 yards in, then I go for the green. If I'm over 140 yards or 141 yards and over, then I play the tactical shot. The tactical shot might be going for the green. Say there's water at, right before say there's water right in front of you.
Yeah,
Then you'd go for the green. But like, I think that would, because the problem with that video, or the not the problem with the video, but the problem with the score in a video, is that you were 120 yards out laying up, because that was what the guidelines said, essentially, to break 90, right? But, and
yeah,
that was like every hole. Like if you were just like that course was playing short. So if you were just lovely smooth drive and you're like, oh, right, I'm 120 yards out, I'm going to get my pitch and wedge out, I'm going to go for the green, two putt, par, move on. It's easy.
yeah. I think if I was doing that in that round, because Golf Psychic even commented, he was like, if I was there and I was talking you through and adjusting the rules, like for you, you would have shot 83 on that round, 100%. And it's
Mm,
like you can see it because like I'm obviously just wasting shots. Like I'm doing like a 40-yard shot to meet the rules of the thing because the his rules for that video specifically, so for that break 90 specifically, is essentially like play every hole like it's a par above,
yeah.
and so you always want to be laying up before the green, and like, but it wasn't accounting for me hitting the ball that far off the tee
Mm,
because one of the things is like it's like take a club that you're comfortable with 175 yard plus shot But for me, the driver's always been a good club for me. It's always been like my favorite club. Like if I get like a really narrow hole, and then everybody's taking their like hybrids and 5-irons and stuff, I trust my driver more than the 5-iron, more than the hybrid. And so I've
Yeah.
always had this good relationship with it. So I'm not like the biggest hitter with a driver, but I'm still gonna outdrive somebody hitting like, I'm hitting it more than 175 yards. Like on some of those shots there, I wasn't levering it, so I probably got to like 220 yards on some of the shots. That's why it was leaving me with like 120 in. And then I'm doing like a little 40-yard chip to leave me with 80 yards in. And then, yeah.
Yeah, well, I think you should next week when you're playing, you should think about that. Smooth drive. What's my yardage in, and then assess from there. Like, I think that's the way forward. But talking about the way forward, Alex Fitzpatrick is now going to be on the PGA Tour. Don't know if you saw this or know anything about the Fitzpatricks, but Matt Fitzpatrick, his older brother, who won the US Open in 2023, I believe. They played the Zurich Classic, I think it's called, PGA Tour event together. So this is where, as a PGA Tour player, you can bring in another professional golfer, whoever, another PGA Tour player, or like Alex Fitzpatrick. He's a DP World Tour player, and the winner gets a 2.5 year exemption onto the PGA Tour, so they get a PGA Tour card. And they've been trying to do it for a couple of years, and they finally won. And now Alex is also on the PGA Tour. So I just thought that's
Oh, that's
such a
awesome.
baller big brother move.
Yeah.
And the way they won it was dramatic. They had a 4-shot lead getting into the final round. And they were basically, for the front nine, keeping that 4-shot lead. They hit a couple of birdies. Now on the back nine, Matt Fitzpatrick, the older brother, hit this massive slice or right ball into the trees. Alex tried to punt because they were playing alternate shot on the final round. Alex tried to punch out, hit a tree, came basically back. So then Matt had to punch out, and then Alex had to hit into the green. They 2-putt for a double bogey, and
Oh,
then
God.
they another hole they bogeyed. So they were 30 under par going into the final hole, and so was 2 other teams. So it was looking like it was a playoff, par 5. Good tee shot from Matt Fitzpatrick, and then Alex Fitzpatrick went for the green but left it in the greenside bunker. And it was quite a long bunker shot. It's like 30 yards or like 25 yards. And baller big brother move. He hit this peach of a bunker shot to about 1 foot. And they're like, it's just sick. Like Alex Fitzpatrick's like walking up to the hole. He's like, I can't believe it. And to be fair, I would have been booing myself because I'd have probably missed that 1 foot.
Oh,
One
mate, I
foot,
hate
but
those 1-footers, yeah.
1 footer to win the competition and to get yourself a 2.5 year exemption onto the PGA Tour. Oh my God. I would have been shaking, but mad. I mean, when you get down to scratch, you're gonna take me along with you, and we're gonna enter in some duos competitions like that.
Definitely, definitely. Mate, I'm thinking about doing a tour where we just go around like even just now, like the YouTube circuit, or like our size YouTube circuit, and just to go around doing like 2v2s, and I think I'd just be so good.
That would be sick.
I
2v2 on
usually
shot.
I usually play pretty well when I'm with you as well. Well, I usually play horribly, like that time at Westbury, or I play really well when I'm with you. But you know my game a lot, so you always you're almost like a caddy for me, even when we're playing together.
I'd honestly make a good caddy. When I play with my playing partner Luke here in the UK, I literally just caddy him. He's like stood over the ball like, yeah, I'm just gonna hit a 56 here, and I'm there like, nah, get your 50 out of the bag. What are you doing? like, like, I'm like, just hit a 50. And he's like,
Yeah.
all right. And now, first few times we played, like, I was just getting to know him, getting to know his game. Then the next couple of times we played, I'm giving him suggestions. He's looking at me like, no. And now he just like does what I say. I'm like, yeah, it's a 9-9. I'm like, yeah, it's a 9-9 for you. Like, and he's like, really? And I'm like, just hit an iron. And he hits it, sticks the green. He's like, yeah, good shout.
Yeah.
I genuinely should be a caddy. We're going to do a video where I am your caddy.
Yeah.
And
Oh, mate, it would help me out so much.
yeah, I'll just, I don't know why. I feel like I'm a natural, terrible golfer, good caddy.
Yeah. We'll do like, I reckon in like a year or two, as the channel progresses, and then we like try and go pro. And we do like a couple of videos where we enter some pro tournaments and you're my caddy. Like that would be hilarious as well.
Right, first you have to get down below a 50 handicap.
Yeah, true.
Trying to go
Just talking
pro.
myself, talking myself into it. You could go pro shooting 95, can't you?
No. To be pro in the UK, I think you need a 4 handicap and lower. Is the
Yeah, but I
requirement.
think you'd want to be better than that though, because sure you just get
Yeah, oh
absolutely
yeah,
rinsed.
yeah. You want to be way
Because
better.
even Harry T, like our mate and coach in Bowood, has got like a +6 or something now. It's like a stupidly low handicap, and
Oh yeah.
and like he does well in some tournaments, I think, but I still think he's like getting beaten. So if you're going in there with a +4, I mean, I played I know it's easy for him because we played off the like my level tees, like the yellow tees, whatever they are. But when we played Cumberwell, he went like 4 under or something.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I played amazing that way. I went this is when I went I think it's like 4, like somewhere between 4 and 8 over. It was one of the rounds that absolutely my handicap went from 19.8 to like 16.
4 and 8 over. That's probably double the shots between those. Uh,
Yeah, I know. I know it was a single digit score. Like that was all.
what, over 18 holes?
No, I'm a cat. Yeah, I'm doubling it for 18, but over the 9, it was I shot 40 on a par 35, so I went 5 over. I got the scorecard here actually.
That's well good, mate. So
Yeah, but it was
I mean,
like
you can't double it because as in if we do double it, that would only be 10 over. So where's
yeah.
that gone?
Well, this is the thing because I was playing with Harry, so Harry was giving me a load of advice on the course.
You should do a playing lesson with Alan, actually.
Yeah, I definitely need to do that because there's this one shot as well. Where it's like there's these shots like because there's so much about golf that just practicing at the range and just having lessons at like the range or like indoors at sims and stuff, it just doesn't teach you all of the like the arsenal of stuff you need to have in your locker. So there was this one shot where I did a decent drive. It was a bit too big of a fade and it went up on a hill, and it was sort of like a hill just off the side of the fairway. It was a bit in the rough, and so the ball was like balanced up on this fluff, and it was probably like belly button high for me. And so I was like, oh, I'm just gonna, and I think I was like 150 out from the green. And I said to Harry, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna like tap it out into the fairway and then lay up. And he's like, nah, you're not from here. And I was like, wow, it's a really difficult shot. It's like whatever. And he's like, no, I want you to go for the green. I was like, 150. I was like, what? So I'm going to be slapping a 7-iron out of this? And he's like, no, like, look how well that ball is balanced on the fluffy grass. That is going to absolutely fly out there. So you're going to club down and or go go an 8-iron, not a 7-iron. And he's like, I want you to grip down on the club. And the only thing I want you to care about, and he's like, you got me into this position to stand up straight and completely balanced. He's like, the only thing I want you to care about is during the swing, do not lean forward or back. You just remain in this position exactly. And I did that, and I absolutely striped this 8-iron to the green. And I was like, I think that was the one hole I birdied, and I was like well close to the pin, and I just tapped it in. But like, I would have never either like one, I had no idea how to do any of that without the guidance, and two, confidence wise, I just never would have done that.
Oh yeah, you definitely need a course lesson then. But also, I've just thought of something as well. I was going to mention to you, um, the range sessions, those mats. You've been fatting the ball a bit recently. And
Yeah.
those mats are not doing you any favors. You need to get a towel, do the towel drill, look it up, but like you just put basically a towel like 2 inches
mate,
behind the ball.
I'm
Because
so close to signing up to Infinitum. So close, man. Like,
do it.
Like, it's just like, it's just like, because also the mats where I train, it's like, everybody obviously hits at the same spot, don't they? So it's like the mat where the ball is, it's actually like, I would say like 2 centimeters lower than the rest of the mat. It's like,
mate.
it's so expensive though.
Oh, just do it. God. I
For the
reckon if you
boys.
signed up to Infinitum, your handicap would actually drop to 9 in the next 60 days, and then you'd have around 80 days or 90 days, so you'd have like 3 months to then get to scratch.
Yeah. Oh man. All right, I'm gonna speak with Infinitum today. Oh wait.
Yeah.
Bleep out that swear, but I'm going to speak to him today. So they do. It's just like €7,000 for the first year. That is pretty nuts, isn't it? Like,
that's outrageous. I need to sell a limb, but
it's so much money. I mean, yeah, but it's like, I genuinely, because like, obviously I would play a lot more with Alan as well. And I think like we'd probably go on like afternoon rounds every now and then. And I think just that alone, because Alan like is on my pro, is just a very, very good friend of mine. And every time I play with Alan, I get a good score. Like, and Alan, it's not like the rounds I've had with Harry, where Harry's like sort of like we're playing as mates, but he's guiding me through the shots. Like Alan just lets me get on with my own thing, and he'll give me like a pointer or two like afterwards. He's like, "Oh, by the way, like you leant forward in that shot, or you're slicing it massive. Stop doing this." But like he just lets me get on with it. But it's just something about being around good golfers. You play good golf. And it's just the issue that I'm having in the tournaments I'm going to now. I think I haven't played a tournament without a 30 plus handicap in the group ever.
well, yeah, yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's like when we were playing the other day, like I love it, and I like my course. I love the place and I love the vibes. Like, it is a great place to be. Like, if you want like that club lifestyle, that's how like I found like golf really was that club. Just like the actual club aspect of it is so nice. The people are so nice there, and everything. It's just yeah, I think it's a very hard course for beginners, insanely hard golf course for beginners. And the practice and facilities, as in only the range really, all the rest of them really good, but the range just lets it down a little bit where there's no grass. Just need that grass, I think. I think it just helps tremendously, because then when you get out onto the course.
Well, you should definitely just do the towel drill and see how that helps, because you're simulating like something. Then if you fat it, because you hit the towel basically. Look it up, or I'll send you a video. But yeah, like that needs to be done.
Yeah, I'll start looking at that actually, because the ones I'm fatting most are the 56, 52 degree. And like, because on the wet range, like they're like my best shots on the range, because I'm just like loosey goosey slippery, and it's like and just go straight up and down. I'm like, oh, that's such a sexy shot. Like, I'm so good at this. And then I get on the course and I try to do the same thing, all loosey goosey, and the club just like dives into the floor and the ball goes nowhere. And I'm like, well, that didn't happen in practice.
All right, we will leave it there. But it's been a good session. Welcome back to the podcast. We will continue this weekly. We won't let you down if you're listening.
Yeah, so hit that subscribe as well. Subscribe on Spotify, subscribe on YouTube. Help us boost it, help us. And give us some suggestions as well. What do you want to hear? What do you want to hear about the journey? What do you want to know about golf?
Yeah, maybe we'll do a little Q&A on Instagram as well. And answer the questions on here. But lovely stuff. All right. See you later.
All right, nice one, brother. I'll see you soon.